Right. So my first initial reactions of The Handmaid's Tale is actually I have complex feelings about it because I enjoy reading this genre of like the dystopian genre. I've read it in like classic literature with like 1984, right? 1984, yeah. I've read it with like 1984 and like what is it? Lord of the Flies and like literature-based stuff, and then I've read a lot of it in like young adult literature and stuff for fun, like The Hunger Games and Divergent, which isn't really the same thing, but it's somewhat the same genre or similar genres. And this one is just really freaking me out, like just the way that they're talking about sex and the way that they're talking about like women and people in general and their bodies is just making me like super like, it's just wigging me out. And I think the one part specifically was like the section with the abortion doctors, the angel makers or whatever, was just so, it was just really intense. And you had like the red blood on the white cloth and the hooks, not just regular hanging, but like they were hanging from hooks. And it made me uncomfortable. I had to stop for a little bit because I was just getting like skin like crawlingly fidgety uncomfortable, and I wasn't enjoying it. A discussion question rooted in the text. I'm interested in finding out, like, as I go through the book, like, how significant individual names are, especially for women, because we don't get very many names. In the book, we have, like, we know the group of people who are the Marthas, the group of people who are the handmaids, the group of people who are the commanders' wives, but we don't very often get names specifically of specific people, like the aunts, like Aunt Lydia, or Serena Joy. So I'm looking to see, or like Rita, so I'm looking to see, and I guess one example of that would be like, I guess on page 9, with the commander's wife. They talk about the commander's wife, they mention Rita, and they also mention a person who is a Martha, who also happens to have brown skin. And so I'm curious of, like, I guess how our, like, social constructions, like race and stuff, kind of mixes in with their social constructions, like the Marthas versus the handmaids versus the commander's wives, and then overall how, like, little names will be significant in the book. That's a lot of questions at once, but that's on page 9. And so that's what I have so far. Looking forward to, like, what other questions come up in discussion, just because there's a lot of information here. So I will see you on Wednesday.